ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं गुरुदेव देव। हरि ओम हरि। So we chant the first verse of Atma Bodha invocation prayer. Tapo bhikshina papanam shantanam vitaragina mumukshunam apekshoyam atma bodho vidhiyate atma bodho vidhiyate. In this text called Atma Bodha, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he is explaining all Vedantic vrittis, Vedantic thoughts one by one. And the last topic means in the session, he started one topic called Jivan Mukta Purusha, because that is the goal in total spirituality. We should get liberation while living. If somebody says, you know, you will be liberated in some other loka or some, that will be a promise. That we cannot call it as a truth. So, Jivan Mukta Purusha Lakshanas, he explained. He said in the verse number 52, Bhagavan said, Upadi Stito Api. Even though this Mahatma, this great Muni, Upadi Stitastaha, even though he is with all conditionings, Naliptaha, but he cannot be contaminated by them. How it is possible, Swamiji? Vyomavat. Vyomavat means like space. In space, everything is there, but space cannot be contaminated. In the same way, this Mahatma will accommodate all, but he is always in his own Asanga Rupa. That asangata will give this kind of nalipyata to any upadi. And then sarvavit, what is his greatness, Swamiji? He is sarvavit, sarvajna. How can he become Sarvajna, Swamiji? In Upanishad also this definition is there. By knowing which everything can be known. That bottom knowledge he knew. Sarvavita mudhavat tishtet. But he behaves as though he is a common man. Asakto vayuvaccharet. And Swamiji, what about his traveling? What about his social responsibilities? With asakta bhavana, he will satisfy everything. Vayuvat charet means he is like Vasanta Ritu. In Viveka Chudamani, Bhagavan Shankaracharya explains, if any Mahatma comes, it is like a spring season to the world. Because he will bless everyone. He gives supreme knowledge. Other than him, nobody can give supreme knowledge because he is the authentic personality. So that way, like Vasantavata, he will bless the whole world. This is the Lakshanas of Jivan Mukta Purusha. Ramana Maharshi, he says, Tasya Stitim Bhavayatam Kshamakkaha. If anybody wants to feel, if anybody wants to think, what is his status? Kshamakkaha. Who can apprehend him? Matlab Maharshi says we cannot apprehend his status, his glory. In one word, we can say he is greater than Bhagavan. Even Bhagavan has some upadis. Ishvara also has upadi like Samishti, this and that. But this Jivan Mukta, complete free. Brahmajnani. This way, in the upadi itself, he is a Mukta Purusha. Now, today's topic is, in our Vedantic, in Advaita Siddhanta also, regarding moksham, regarding mukti, they use two terms. One is called Jivan Mukti, other one is called Videha Mukti. Videha Mukti means in Advaita itself, so many masters, they don't appreciate Jivan Mukti. They appreciate Videha Mukti. Videha Mukti means complete liberation possible only when we drop this body. As long as this body is there, so long you will be conditioned by this body Lakshana. They say, but Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he votes for Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukti, it is right. Even Gurudev also, he says Jivan Mukti only right statement or the purpose of life. We cannot say Videha Mukti is the purpose of life. Jivan Mukti is the purpose of life. Like that, many masters, they say. Anyhow, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he wants to bring that topic Videha Mukti in verse number 53. What will happen to him, Swamiji? For example, while Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji was there, we have seen him, his teaching and everything. After that, he dropped his body. So what can we say about him, Swamiji? He is saying, Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying, 53 verse number, repeat after me. Upadi vilayat Vishnu nirvishesham vishen munihi jale jalam viyad vyomni tejas tejasi vayadha. Together. Upadhi vilayat Vishnu nirvishesham vishen munihi Jale jalam viyad vyomni tejas tejasi vayadha. My dear student, now listen. In verse number 52, this is Upadi Stitopi. That's why we call him Jivan Mukta. Upada Stitopi means he is with Upadis. Now here, Upadi Vilayat. When the Upadis are dissolved, or when that great Mahatma dropped his body, Upadi Vilayat. Whose body, Swamiji? Munihi. Munihi means this great Mahatma who contemplated on Brahman, who did mananam on Brahman, that Muni, Upadi Vilayat, after dropping his conditionings, his Upadis, what happened, Swamiji? Nirvishesham Vishen. Shankaracharya wording. Vishen means he will enter, that Muni. Where he will enter, Swamiji? Nirvishesham. He will enter to such a status or such a state. That state is called Nirvishesham. Nirvishesham means no specialities there. It is very, actually we don't have that experience. Nirvishesham means there is no speciality, only homogeneous one experience. No attributes. You cannot say that is good, this is bad, that is I like, this is I don't like, nothing. Intellect cannot speak there. No attributes, no specialities, no qualities also. There is no sattva guna, there is no rajo guna, there is no tamo guna, nirgunam. Into that nirvishesha sthiti, Vishen Munihi, this Muni will enter after dropping his body. What is that Nirvishesham, Swamiji? Vishnu. That we call as all-pervading truth. Where he will go, Swamiji? Many people, they ask. Because we have, now I am with this body. After that, where I go, Swamiji? Or where he goes, Swamiji? Vishnu. Vishnu means he is one with the all-pervading truth. Do you know what does it mean? Even now, he is with us. Because we are there in the all-pervading world. That's why many people, they say, if we invoke God, Swamiji, how he will respond? Because of this way. Because he is there everywhere, with everyone. So whenever you invoke, you can connect with him. For example, if you want to know what is Gurudev, just think of Gurudev, he will reveal himself. If you are worthy. That way only he is connecting with all of us. For example, even now, many of us, we have not seen Parama Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayanandaji. But if we meditate on him, or if we think of him, so many truths will be revealed. Because he is with everyone. This is called Nirvishesha Padam. See how beautifully Bhagavan Shankaracharya is saying. You want to meet Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, you pray now, you think of him, he will reveal himself. If you want to meet Swami Vivekananda, you will get it. If you want to meet Bhagavan Sri Krishna, you will get it. Because they are nothing but this Vishnu, all-pervading reality. This is called Videha Mukti. See the difference between Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti? Many Siddhanta people, they say, This Videha Mukti is much more greater. Because this is the Sashvita Padam. Everywhere they are there. Nirvishesham Vishen Munihi Vishnu. And Bhagavan Shankaracharya is giving 3 examples. How this entering Swamiji. Vishen, a word he used, he entered into this Vishnu Padam, all pervading Vishnu Padam. How Swamiji means he is giving 3 examples. They are like Jale Jalam. For example, big water pond is there. On that rain is pouring. Jale Jalam. How that rain water will mix with the water? Because they both are one. And second one is Vyat Vyomni. Space in space. When they have body also, they are nothing but space only. When this pot broke, then this Ghatakasa will become Mahattakas, all pervading space. And Tejaha, Tejasi, light in light. If light enters into the light, you cannot separate. There are 2 lights because they both are one. In the same way, this Muni, when he drops this body, he will be one with that all-pervading truth. Jale Jalam, Vyat Vyomni, Tejaha Tejasi. And one more speciality of this Mahatma is he is available to everyone all time. At that time, if you want to see that particular Mahatma, you have to go there and do okay. Now, you just invoke him, you will get him. That is called Vishnu Padam. In that Vishnu Pada, that is called Mahasamadhi. Then no need to practice of Samadhi. Mahasamadhi means they reached the highest Samadhi sthiti. If you have body, you cannot do Samadhi all the time. So whenever you get time, you can do Samadhi. Otherwise, you have to do Vyavahar. When you drop that body, that Mahatma will reach Mahasamadhi sthiti. That Mahasamadhi sthiti means he will reach all-pervading truth. He is all-pervading truth. In that way, this Jivan Mukta will be there everywhere. There is no name, there is no form, there is no particular qualities, particular attributes. He is for everyone, he is with everyone. So with this, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji concluded this topic called Jivan Mukti and Videha Mukti. That topic over. Now, next 2 slokas, very popular in Atma Bodha text. In Bhagavad Gita also similar verses are there. Puj Guruji, Swami Tejomayananji, when he spoke on Atma Bodha, because he likes these slokas very much, he says, even Lakshmi Devi also cannot pay the price to these slokas. Because in olden days, big kings were there. If a beautiful, sweet sloka they chant, they used to give whatever they want. That much impressive slokas are there. Even Lakshmi Devi cannot pay a price for these 2 slokas. That way he appreciates very much. $1 million check. He says, this sloka is $1 million check. Swamiji, what is that $1 million check, Swamiji? Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says, repeat after me, 54. Yallabhan na paro labhaha yat sukhan na param sukham yajnana na param jnanam tad brahmetyavadharayet. Together. Yallabha na paro labhaha Yet sukha na param sukham. Yajnana na param jnanam. Tad brahmetyavadharayet. Bhagavan Acharya ji saying, Tad brahmeti avadharayet. My dear student, avadharayet. You please understand. What, Swamiji? Tat Brahma. That is called Brahma. You please understand. Tat Brahmeti avadharayet. Guruji, then tell what is your Brahma? Yat labhat. Yat labhat means after gaining this. Labham means gaining. Yat labhat, after gaining this, na apara labha. No greater gaining is there. There is no greater gain if you gain this. Not only that, my dear student, yat sukhat. If you gain this sukham, na aparam sukham. There is no greater happiness also. Yat jnanat. After knowing this, na aparam jnanam. There is no greater knowledge. If you got it, you got everything. This is the final. This is the peak of the knowledge. This is the peak of the gaining. This is the peak, ultimate knowledge, ultimate gaining, and ultimate happiness. That is called Brahma. Our inner system itself don't ask anything. It doesn't complain whether world is good or world is bad. It doesn't complain whether I am a good man or I am a bad man. So no complaint state. In Pujya Gurudev's words, he used to say, how can we measure we are progressing in spirituality? If our number of complaints are decreasing, we are progressing in spirituality. If we start complaining for everything, we are not that much spiritual. So this is no complaint state. All full. This great Mahatma. There is no gain over that. There is no happiness over that. There is no knowledge over that. And Guruji, if he likes any sloka, he doesn't leave. He says, my dear student, all the time we say, labham, 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 gaining, gaining, gaining. Do you know actually what is gaining? Do you know what is actually labham? Now we say, Guruji, no. Then listen, I will tell. He says, in our life, all the time we want gaining, not losing. Actually, we don't like that word called loser. We must gain knowledge. We must gain prosperity. We must gain health. We must gain name and fame and everything. So you want labham, labham, labham. Okay, na? And he adds one joke only. Only one thing we want to lose. Only one thing we want to lose. Swamiji, what is that thing, Swamiji? Weight. But people likes that, losing of weight. Swamiji, Swamiji, that I thought we want. Otherwise, we always want labham, labham, labham. And then he defines what we can call as labham, gaining. He says it should have one quality. That is, if you gain that, you should not lose that gaining anytime. That can be called as full gain. If you get it, it has to stay with you always. But in the world, nothing is like that. When we get that yavvana avastha, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, Yavana Avastha, that time we feel like all full. Swamiji, I am very charming, Swamiji, very healthy, Swamiji, very... And slowly it will go. Even wealth also, we gain wealth, but there is a fear of losing all the time. So the gain should be such that it should not give any kind of fear of losing. This is one thing. Worldly gains, they cannot be in that status. This is second. In the process of gaining also, we should not lose anything else. That can be supreme. That also in the worldly gain can... For everything, we have to put some price. Now, in world, nothing is free. For everything, we have to pay price. Whatever you touch, they ask some price. I know. It cannot be called as full gain because you have given something. In reciprocal, they gave something. This Atma Sthiti only, it is all full. If you gain once, there is no need to fear of losing. Why, Swamiji? Because that is my Swarupam. If I get it, complete. And moreover, there is no need to pay any price. Because even now, we are Satta Chitta Ananda Swarupam only. Other than that, nothing is there. Swamiji, I have to put my body, my mind, my intellect, then only I will jump into the fourth platform called Atma. No, that Atma only reflecting as a body. That Atma only is functioning as a mind. That Atma only functioning as an intellect. You just know it, you got it. That's why Mahatma, they say, after gaining this, Yan labdva na aparam labam. You need not get anything. All desires gone. In Upanishad, that's why they say, Sosnute sarvan kaman saha. Saha, that great Mahatma. Ashnute means he enjoys. What, Swamiji? Sarvan kaman. Whatever labha we are saying, all labhas are in it on because it is infinite. Nothing is there other than infinitude, one thing. Moreover, all finite things are all in that infinite Brahman. He is that infinite Brahman. So, Saha Asnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. In worldly, for example, you have become a Prime Minister of some country, Prime Minister of India. You may enjoy the facilities of Prime Minister of India, but you cannot enjoy a common man of India. A common man freely can go to park. He can enjoy it. But Prime Minister, he cannot come down. I know. So in world, if you say that is big, big has big conditioning, small has small conditionings. This Atma Labham only, all open. You can enjoy anywhere. There is no fear of loss. There is no pay. You need not pay anything for this gaining. That's why it is supreme. And Swamiji, you said Sukham. Second word, Bhagavan Shankaracharya used this in this talk is Sukham. After gaining this Sukham, there is no need to gain other Sukham. Because you know why the answer is, there is no Sukham other than Atma Sukham. In Panchadashi, there is a chapter called Vishayanandam api Brahmanandam eva. He says Vishayanande Brahmananda, that chapter. What we are so called Anandam, Anandam, TV Anandam, Laddu Anandam, flight Anandam, job Anandam, this Anandam is nothing but Brahmanandam only. So there is no other happiness. This is called Brahma Sukham. This is called Vishya Sukham. No, Brahma Sukham only. If it reflects from the objects, we call it as Vishya Sukham. This is the only Sukham. They say that too in Taittiriya Upanishad. The magnitude of this Sukham, they say, you must have read it. What you call well-educated, strong, good family, good value-based young man. If he gets the whole world under his feet, that is called one Manushya Sukham. One Manushya Sukham. One Manushya Sukham into 100 is equal to one Gandharva Sukham. One Gandharva Sukham into 100 is equal to one Deva Sukham. One Deva Sukham into 100 is equal to one Brahaspati Sukham. One Brahaspati Sukham into 100 is equal to one Chaturmukha Brahma Sukham. And they say, from Chaturmukha Brahma to this Manusha, this entire Sukha Rasi is nothing but one drop in Brahma. If Brahma Sukham is so much, Brahma gives one drop to the entire creation. From Brahma to Pipilaka, we all share it. Gurudev always used to tell one story regarding this episode. One day, he himself used to say, one day, Gurudev was with one American friend. His name is called John. This John and Gurudev, they don't have any money. They both went to one big sweet shop. That sweet shop owner, because of this ghee sweets, he put so much white, and if anybody eats ghee every day, their skin shines like anything. This man is shining like anything, this owner of sweet shop. These two fellows, this Sant Mahatma and his American friend John, both went and they asked, Mr. Shopman, we want to taste this sweet. How it will be? That owner said, if you want to taste sweet, you need not eat all my sweet shop. Take a little piece of laddu. He gave little piece of laddu. And in that laddu, Gurudev gave little to this John also. The John also tasted and Gurudev also tasted, and they came to know what is sweet. And in the same way, Brahman is like that sweet shop owner. The entire Lord of Universe with his children, he went there. He said, we want to taste your bliss. This Brahman, he picked up little laddu piece and he gave it to this Lord of Universe and his children. They tasted it. Then only they came to know, oh, this is called happiness. In the same way, this entire Jagata Ananda also Brahma Ananda. And if you get it, you don't speak your mouth. You don't open your mouth. All dumb. Avyaya abhava apurna chitsukam. Ramana Bhagavan, he says, this chitsukam is abhava. Abhava means it is not created happiness. Avyaya, there is no fear of losing. Apurna. Apurna means all full always. This is like if an ant enters into the cake, all sides sweeter, 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 sweeter. That way, if you touch that Brahma, you are happiness, happiness, happiness. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate. Bhagavad Gita says, this Atma Prasadam, prasade sarva dukkhanam hani. All sorrows, miseries, everything washed away by the Atma Sukham. That great state you will get. And third word Bhagavan used, Jnanam. What is the greatness of your Atma Jnanam, Swamiji? Arre, this Atma Jnanam only can give liberation. This is its greatness. Physics cannot give liberation. Chemistry cannot give liberation. Music, dance, art, nothing can give liberation. Only Jnanam eva. If you want moksham, moksha prapakam Jnanam eva. Complete liberation. For example, you kept in a jail. If you get bail itself, a lot of relaxation will come. I got bail from the jail. But this Atma Jnana, it gives complete liberation forever. Nothing can touch you. Raga, Dvesha, Lobha, Moha, Nashta, Labha, Janana, Marana. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara also cannot touch you. You are complete, free forever. That is the greatness of this Brahma Sthiti. Rute Jnanat na muktihi. This is the statement we give. Rute Jnanat, without knowledge, there is no mukti. Everything will bind us. Everything will pollute us. Only this Jnanam only make us complete pure, complete liberated. This is the greatness of our spiritual knowledge. Yan labdva naparam labham. Yat sukhat naparam sukham. Yat jnanat na aparam jnanam. Avadharayet tat brahma. That is the greatness of Brahma, your own Swarupam. My dear student, that's why you must try. Anyhow, you have to reach there only, whether in this life or any life or in all our punya karma I am doing, Swamiji. The yielding of all punya karmas is nothing but gaining this knowledge. So whatever we do, Swamiji, I want happiness, happiness, happiness. What happiness? The source of happiness is this Brahman only. This is the ultimate stop. Yan labdva kinchidapi na param. Nothing is greater than that. And last point I want to tell, in this Bhagavan said, one is called gaining. Second one is called sukham. Third one is called jnanam. They say these three are for our three layers of personality. Jnanam in our intellectual personality. Complete fullness this intellect will feel if it knows Brahma Jnana. Sukham, that is related to our mano, our mind. If you know, if you get the Brahma Sukham, what you do? Mind itself doesn't open its mouth. And gaining physically, if you get this Brahma Jnanam, you don't want any object. You don't want any particular situation to be happy. You don't want any worldly gain. So physical, mental, intellectual, all personalities feels all fullness. In worldly, it cannot happen. Whatever you get, sometimes objects are, we have all objects, but senses are not supporting. For example, objects are also okay, senses are also okay. My mind condition is not ready, Swamiji, to enjoy. Because it has its own world, internal world. If it disturbs, you cannot enjoy this external world. So we cannot all full all the time. So this Brahma Jnana gives this all fullness, all time to all. See how sweet it is. All are eligible. That's why our Acharyaji always used to say, Satka Darbar Satka. Some temples, they may put some restrictions. Some places, they may put some restrictions. But the Satya Darbar, open to all. Divya Suvarna Pantha. Our masters opened that way. That is nothing but our own. In Gita also it says, Yat labhat adhikam labham na manyate. If you get it, you yourself will feel there is no more gain. Yasmin sthito na dukkhena guruna api vichalyate. If you get the state, even guruna api dukkhena, huge dukkhas also cannot touch you, cannot make you move. That is the greatness of this Brahma Jnanam. That's why he said these lokas are $1 million checks. That is me. That is my own Swarupam. Thank you. Today little cold is there. I want to conclude now. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.